In this video, we're going to look at narcissism from a spiritual perspective, part 8. If you are an empath but unhealed, you are going to be the perfect victim for a narcissist, the spirit operating behind a narcissist, to come into your life because of the energy that you're projecting off. The spirit that is operating behind the narcissist is latching on to the wounds inside of the empath. And these are wounds that are in their subconscious that they've never addressed. In other words, there was something vibrating inside of that unhealed empath that attracted that experience of the narcissist in their lives. The purpose of the unclean spirits operating inside of that narcissistic person is to dim the light of those good people out in this world. And what better way to do that through a narcissistic person? Now, the narcissistic person has a lot of trauma and a lot of wounds that they most likely never addressed. And those wounds probably came through their childhood, could have came through generational trauma. Regardless of the origin, there is something inside of them that is unhealed. That was the door for that unclean spirit to enter inside the narcissist. Now, when the narcissist meets the empath, there's so much light inside of that empath that attracts the narcissist in the first place. The spirit operating behind the narcissist looks at the empath and is like, that's some energy that I want to get. I want to tap into that. So, cue in the mask. The narcissist positions it, and he shows the best version of him or herself to the empath. And everything is rosy, right? Well, until the empath starts holding the narcissist accountable. Until that light inside of that empath starts shining and irritates the demons inside of the narcissist. And that's when you're going to start seeing the true colors behind that narcissist. And those demonic spirits operating inside of them do not like to be exposed. And that's when it becomes war. That unclean spirit, or in certain cases, unclean spirits operating inside of the narcissist will have them doing some wild things, right? This is where you get the lying, the cheating, just the behaviors that are just so despicable and disgusting. And it leaves the empath in awe because you're like, wait a minute, who is this person that I'm dealing with? And let me tell you, from my experience, it's not the person you're dealing with. It's the demonic entity or the spirits that are operating in the person that you're having to deal with. They're being possessed. This is why in some circumstances, you can call a narcissistic out a few days later and tell them what they did, and they can look at you and say, I never said that, or I never did that, and you are like left questioning yourself and questioning your reality because you're like, I know what I experienced, but that person could seriously look at you in the face and say, I never did that. But they did, because they were possessed. But the purpose of this video isn't to really validate your experience, okay? I believe you. You're not crazy. You experienced something that was out of this world, right? Validation, you need to stop outsourcing your validation and you need to start validating yourself. You can't control how other people react to you, but you can control yourself, right? And when I did the healing work, rather than becoming the victim to my circumstances, I started to step into my power and I started to ask myself, what was vibrating inside of me that attracted this experience in my life? What did I need to learn from this experience? And why wasn't I valuing myself? Because you have to understand, once you become healed, when you are a healed empath, you are in a different vibration, and therefore you will not have attracted somebody like the narcissist in your life had you been a healed empath. The best thing that I did was take accountability for my part in the story and to understand my value, my worth, and to shine light on the darkness inside of me that attracted that crazy experience in my life. I want you to take your power back. Stop focusing on all the wild things that the narcissist did and turn the focus back onto yourself. Start loving yourself. Start developing your relationship with your creator. Ask God to give you the strength. Ask God to renew your mind. Ask God to help you heal from the abuse that you experienced. And I know a lot of you probably are still like in love with your narcissist, or you have love for the narcissist, and that's still beautiful that you could still love someone, right? But sometimes y'all need to cut the cords, deal with it in the fifth dimension, send them love in the fifth dimension, and give that person to God. And now all the attention that you put outside of you, you need to take that attention and put it back inside of yourself. That experience that you had with that narcissistic spirit is an opportunity for you to level up. It's an opportunity for you to step into your purpose. It's an opportunity for you to recognize things from a spiritual perspective and gain a new profound wisdom, right? You will be able to move forward in life and you will become a better version of yourself. But stop putting your attention outside of you, because that's what the spirit behind the narcissist wants. It wants you to focus on that spirit rather than focusing on the power that lies within you. I really hope this video helps, because when I started seeing things from this particular perspective, it was just so integral in my healing, and I was able to get over the hurt and the pain that was caused by not the person, but by the spirit operating behind that person. And it allowed me to heal myself and become a better version of myself. Stay strong, saints. You got this.